Andy Cohen, it's so great to see your face, my man.
Hey, James.
Thank you so much for coming on the Tonight Show at home edition.
This is the most Jimmy sweater that I own, so I had to wear it.
It really is a stripy fun goodness. I love it so much.
You're stripy fun goodness, but no one is more stripy fun goodness than your wife, Nancy Ingalls Wilder, who is just doing it all. What can I say? And the kids, I mean, I always knew they were superstars, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Now the people are seeing, but dude, how about I interviewed Nancy? She was like, yeah, I guess so.
I know. I mean, people need to know Nancy has been running from the cameras for years. So it took a, quarantine and a pandemic for her to, lean into it.
Yeah. You look good, by the way. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
A little
I
extra.
feel good.
You do?
Yeah, I feel really good.
How long have you been feeling good? Because I know you got the coronavirus.
I have been feeling good. It's hard to think of what day it actually is, but I'm going to say I've been feeling good for a week and a couple days. I went outside for the first time last couple days ago, which was really exciting. I made a run to the drugstore with a mask on and gloves. And so, well, I just want everybody to know if you are diagnosed with this thing, take it one day at a time. The odds are in your favor. 80% of the cases are cases that work their way through your system. And it's not always pleasant, but just take care, listen to your doctor, and take it a day at a time and try not to panic.
So I think probably the hardest part for you was being away from your
It was. I mean, he was down the hall with his nanny, and he didn't know, I don't know where he thought that I was, but I think babies around his age and dogs have a similar sense of time, which is they don't really have a sense of time. Gratefully, so that when I did finally see him and it was great, he was just delighted. His face lit up. It was not, I'm a dramatic guy. I kind of thought that it was going to be this super dramatic reunion.
Like a slow motion of him running, like when that dude had that giant lion.
One time. He was like, here's a block. Play with me. I was like, okay, all right, good.
I got to say,
cool.
I know he's your baby, but when I get pictures of him, he cheers my whole day up. So I can just imagine I love that kid so much. Is he saying any words?
Yes, as a matter of fact, because I crammed your book Dada down his throat and the flashcards, all he ever says is da 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 da. However,
it worked.
There's a glitch in the system, my man.
No. Oh no.
He doesn't associate it with me. He says the sounds, but it's not.
No, that's not part of the deal. My whole thing, the only thing I promised that the baby would say Dada. I didn't say that.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I was reading the fine print of all the Dada products, and I was realizing, wait, you need a Dada sequel, how to join Dada to Dada.
Oh, I got a good idea. For this next one, maybe there's a spot where you can glue your photo to it, so he knows that is Dada for.
That's a good idea. I mean, I kind of wish you had thought of that,
I know.
Yeah.
This is too late. But what is it like right now to be in New York City? Because I'm not in New York City.
I know Higgins' daughter is a nurse. Every night at 7 o'clock, everybody's going out their windows and cheering for all the health workers. And it started on the Upper West Side. And I kept being like, it's not happening down here. But it just came to us 3 nights ago. So now it's happening in the Village. And we're raising them, and we're letting Ben scream and bang on things. And
get the baby in. Oh.
It's so sweet. It's one of those great, in New York, the city comes together, and there's such a feeling of community. And so that is a beautiful sound every night at 7 o'clock.
Well, you're already back to work, which is just awesome. And by the way, because I was like, I was texting with you, just going like, hang in there, bud, and whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that you would get right back because you have Watch What Happens, but you also have Radio Andy. You're
Yeah.
doing everything from your home office?
We're doing everything from my home office, and people don't realize my home office, which is behind me, the clubhouse is based off my home office. So it kind of looks like I'm in the clubhouse a little bit, and people, my pride is my disco ball.
Oh, dude, that's the secret move. No one knows about that.
It's fired up, and I try to show it on Watch What Happens Live a little bit, and I know that it's such a parody. I mean, if you really had to think about what would I have in my house, of course I have a gold disco ball.
You have to have a gold disco ball.
Ain't she pretty, James? Ain't she pretty?
Every time I come over, I just have to have you turn it on because it's just so rad.
By the way, it's on all the time.
Was that something that you always thought of in your head? Like, if I get one thing in my place, it has to be a disco ball.
1000%.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Is there anything behind you on the shelf? Is there something that you could show me that?
Oh my God, I had so much fun. When I started hosting Love Connection on Fox, one of my EPs, Stuart Krasnow, gave me this Love Connection ticket from the original with Chuck Woolery. I've got you sign your guest books. Yeah, I sign your guest book every time I'm on your show. Those are all my Watch What Happens Live guest books from guests. This is a book of photos of me with celebrities from when I was a producer at the morning show at CBS.
Oh, you gotta show these.
They're so crazy. It's so 90s. Here's me with En Vogue.
Oh my
Remember
gosh,
En Vogue?
I love En Vogue.
Hold on. Here's me. Of course you do. Here's me with Zsa Zsa. I mean,
look at you. Oh my God.
Zsa Zsa Gabor. Here's me. This looks like a party pic of me and Hillary Clinton. Look, I have a Solo cup. I'm at a barbecue at the White House. I'm like drinking beer. Here I am with Tammy Faye. I have a vest and a ponytail. I mean,
wow. Who were you basing your ponytail off of?
It was so bad, dude. I wound up producing a makeover segment of myself getting my ponytail cut.
That is so meta. I can't even.
Hello, George and Wheezy.
No! The Jeffersons. Come on. Oh my God. How fun. I heard that you were, you're doing a Housewives reunion through Zoom. Is that?
I don't know if it's going to be through Zoom. It is going to be virtual. We had an Atlanta reunion scheduled for a few weeks ago. And, unfortunately, it's just not healthy for us all to be in the same room. And the Atlanta reunion of all the reunions is kind of like the Super Bowl for a lot of people. And so, unfortunately, we don't want to cancel the Super Bowl, James.
No,
we got to figure out a way to play the game.
They need you right now. What shows are you watching? There's one that I hope you say because I'm going to.
Well, Jimmy, of course, Tiger King, but I don't know if you know about me that I've been waiting to fall in love to watch Game of Thrones.
That's what I wanted you to tell.
Well, guess what? It's just me. I fell in love with Ben. It took a quarantine and a pandemic for me to start binging Game of Thrones. And I have all the time in the world. Dude, I saw the Red Wedding the other night. I know I'm 8 years behind, but I texted Anderson Cooper at 1 a.m. on Sunday night. I was like, can you call me? Are you awake? I need to discuss the Red Wedding with you. This is crazy. The next morning he texted me back. He's like, yeah, it was wild, right? I'm like, it was so upsetting. I'm now season 4, episode 3. King Joffrey.
Such a great show. I'm jealous that you're getting to binge that.
It's so good. It's so good.
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch Love Is Blind. I've not seen that yet.
Oh, it's good.
It is. Yeah, a lot of people told me that's awesome.
Yeah,
everyone that's come on, we asked them to highlight a charity. What yours is Be Strong.
Mine is Be Strong. This is Bethany Franco. Bethany has gone from being a housewife to doing really great things, and this is real-time emergency assistance to people in crisis. She goes into situations and she drops in and she helps them out and she gives it her all.
Good for Bethany Franco. That's awesome that she's doing that. It's amazing how much kindness and how much creativity has been coming out of this pandemic. I'm
loving your show out of the pandemic, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's so different. Thank you.
You and John Mayer are the two most creative people that I know. And you just have you have such joy, and you have such great ideas, and you know, I'm excited you're doing your show from Walnut Grove.
Andy Cohen, we love you so much, and it's so great to see your face. Kiss that beautiful baby Ben. I love him so much, and I'll text you when this is over.
All right, buddy.
Love you, bud. Disco ball!
Yeah.
Disco ball! Come on, the best. Love you, dude.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.